All right, so this is the photo album of all of my edited photos from the shoot. Okay. Does this help? Let me see if this helps. Let me see. You guys like it like this? Is this better? Is that cool or that cool? Which anyway, we'll try this one. Now, I'm going to show you all of them. Now, in my latest video, only about almost half of them were showcased in that video. Okay, so we're going to go through all of them because I just can't believe what I was able to pull off with this teeny old flash. It was pretty cool. Okay. By the way, my full review of the Godox iT32 mini speedlight flash, I'm working on it right now. Okay. I'm working on the talking head portion tomorrow. I should have that video out. I'm thinking by end of, it should be next week, really is my goal. Okay. So here we are, as you can see, all the photos here. All right, making sure you guys can see that. Let me know in the comments what you think, of course, okay? So here we go. Here are all the photos. Again, this is just with one camera, one lens, one model, one light. That's it. Everything else is just composition. Now for the lens, well, first, the camera was the Nikon Z8, and the lens, I used the Z24-70 f2.8 version 2 lens. That's it. That medium zoom lens, the workhorse for Nikon shooters. And then I used the Godox iT32 flash. And I just used it in my hand, or I used it as an on-camera flash. Okay. And it did a phenomenal job. It did a phenomenal job. Okay. Let's see if you guys can see that. Let me just check back on the stream. Yep. There we go. Right there. Look at that. All right. Shout out to me. Do you have any comments? Let me see these comments real quick. Oh man, I don't know what this is, John, but I tell you, brother, thank you so much for MYR 30 MYRs. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. And he comes back and says, FYI, about $10 for coffee if you stay up late. Thank you, sir. You know what? Lucky for you, with $10, I buy a bag. I save money. I get a bag of coffee so I could get about almost over a week's worth. Okay, quite honestly. So thank you very much. And I've been experimenting a lot with teas. Okay, my girl's been getting me teas, and honestly, I kind of do better with tea after 3 p.m. So thank you very much. That $10 will go very far. Okay. Let's see right here. We got King Crux saying John and Roy have the most hours clocked in on Nikons. They are this sensei's 100%, man. Yes, sir. That's definitely they are. I can't even touch it. I'm trying, I love using them. Let's see, Malcolm Walker in here, the Sony enthusiast for the community. If anybody wants to see or have questions about Sony anything, I have to refer them over to Malcolm Walker. I have zero clue, quite honestly. Okay, I'll be quiet. Nikon, we're good, especially if it's digital, like the Z mount system, and then Panasonic Lumix. You're talking to the right guy. Okay, but Malcolm, he's the Sony expert in this community. Thank you. Good to see you too, Malcolm, man. And hit that like. Only 5 likes and 14 watching. What are we doing? Thank you very much, Malcolm. I really appreciate that. Please, and I do want to let you know, okay, for the month of January. All right, for the month of January. That's right. I'm letting you all know. Emergency time. For the month of January, it is absolutely free to smash that like. Come on now, people. All right. Mazman says, strange. I don't see anyone's chat except for John and Fajar. Oh, you know what it is, Mazman? Is because you're seeing it on the vertical feed. There is a horizontal feed. Then you'll see everybody else's. So StreamYard streams to the shorts, and it streams to the standard live stream horizontal long form portions of freaking YouTube. So it depends on which stream you're watching. Okay. That's why you don't see it. When you, because I could tell you're watching on the shorts version, because it gives a little icon of the little cell phone next to your chat. Let's see here. King Kruk, he says, I'm using Nikon SP with 3518. I've yet to get a picture I like. I definitely don't have the skills you guys had for film photography. Well, I'll tell you one thing. My eyes are completely shot. I only have a film camera because it looks good over there, but I would never try to say I'm a film photographer. Absolutely not. Okay, that is for sure. No way. My eyes are shot. Like I think I've mentioned, the last role I ever shot, I swear I was getting bangers. I was like, yes, man, I can't wait to develop these son of guns. And I got them, and it was all blurry. I was like, woo, okay, I know when to hold them, know when to fold them, you know? So, okay, so let's get back to these photos, shall we? I am ranting. Let me tell you. All right, so take a look at these photos, man. This is great. This is just using just the one little flash. Here we go here, just to get a little creative. And my purpose was to be able to obviously expose the subject who already has darker skin, but also not overexpose the window, because it was super bright. Thank God Z8 also has great dynamic range, so that wasn't too hard to do. Here we are again, and here I'm using her legs, like her jeans, to kind of frame, like I was going for like framing up her face here, but it worked out real well. All right. And as you can tell, it's not about overexposing with the flash. It's a balance for me. That's how I approach it. You do you, but me, whenever I use flash, it's about balance. I almost want you to think it was shot with a practical light, or light, like a light fixture, or natural ambient light. Like I try to really do that. When, to me, like, I think it's so overdone that it's obviously shot with flash and high speed sync and, you know, at 1.2 and all that jazz. This shooting at 2.8 here actually allowed some definition of the background. So you kind of are involved in the shot because you see what's going on. There's some context to the scene. All right. But I really like this. And we were just having fun. I was like, first thing when I saw that laundry cart here, I was like, go sit in that thing. Let me see what we could get. And it was super, how can I say, unreliable. It was moving here, moving there, and everywhere. Okay. And here's just a nice little situation. These machines they had were brand new. So I was like, let's get that. And I just love how the light reflects off of it too. And again, I'm also mindful of the exposure of the light coming through this window. I don't want it to be blown out. All right. And here we are. This is a classic leading line kind of a situation. But look how well and balanced and exposed she is. Like, this came out nice. I'm honestly, I'm a fan of my own work. And this one here was a nice one too. But look, even though saying like she didn't really move, but the composition changes the entire tone, the entire like energy of it. Okay. And since we shoot digital, there's no reason for you to try different things. What's really working here is obviously I'm going from horizontal to vertical, but also perspective. Okay. I'm a little higher. And when I mean higher, above her eye line, I'm shooting a little bit above her eye line here. And now I'm more in line with her eye line here. But look at the difference in energy though, right? So experiment, have some fun. This is what it's all about. But boy, it came out great. Okay. There's like, to me, like, who does it well? Joe McNally does it well. Where he uses all these lights, but you almost don't think, you don't know there's lights there. Like, you just assume that place is lit the way it is, but really he has a gazillion trillion speed lights and whatever he does. And that to me is like the kind of approach I rather go for when I'm lighting subjects, right? Like here, it looks look. You could see the light right up here hitting the machine, and you swear that's where the key light is, because it's hitting all these machines right here, 1, 2, and 3, and especially up here, it's really bright. But really, the flash is more up behind me, camera left. I'm holding it with my hand up. It's in my hand right here. Because I don't overpower and hit it with a 1-to-1 power or full power flash, I'm balancing it and almost letting the practical light, which is up on the ceiling, do all the talking. Okay. It doesn't look like a cave back there. There's no reason to. It gives you nice context and depth. Now, this one I shot using the flash as a very light fill right here. This is a very light fill flash, fill light that I used on the model's left side, or camera right in this case. And I purposely did it because I wanted the key light to actually be the light coming through the doorway. This is a doorway, and I wanted more of a split lighting. This is all intentional. Before I took the photo, I saw it. I said, ooh, okay. The best way to work with hard, very hard lighting is some split lighting and lean into it, right? Meaning, like, use it to your advantage. Just because it's hard lighting, don't dump a ton of light on it, because it won't really balance out all that well. You'll still see the sunlight because it's kind of powerful. It's kind of bright. And this little flash is not going to do that. And I still wanted to expose that window back there. Look how big that window is. That's probably 30% of the frame. And I was like, all right, I want it all to look as natural as possible. So you can see, look at that fill light. You can see it right there in the eye. Okay, I'm not lying to you. Look at this nice fill. Actually sculpted her jawline right here. But you wouldn't see it. You don't see it. You don't see it unless I just went up to you like this and showed you that catch light. That's what I try to go for. This is just natural light. This is natural light. I decided to use, obviously, the key, the light coming through the door as a key light, and then here we are. And we want to frame her eye with the shadow of her hand. I just thought this was just a fun photo. Great jawline. I thought this was pretty cool, so I just kept it. I liked it. Okay, that's for me. And then we kind of played it again here. This one's cool. It's all right. Okay. This one I like. There's something there. I like that. Okay. This was cool. I went with a Dutch angle here. Okay. I know some people don't like Dutch angles. I am a huge fan of Dutch angles. And here I did it here. I think it would have looked more flat, more boring, more on the nose if I had straightened out all the lines and everything else in the back. In this case, hit it with a Dutch, adds a little bit more oomph. And that's the way we rolled right here. I really liked it. And kind of did it again, but pushed in a little bit closer. I like that. This one I liked. This one, I was actually testing the lighting here, but I love the way she looked, right? I like the way she looked. Look at the little nice catch light in the eyes. Look at the jawline, looks great. Chin looks great. Like, everything looks great. And again, good exposure, not overpowering my subject with flash. Flash to me is a tool. I mean, we all know that it's a creative tool, but for me, I like my style is trying to look like there was no flash. Okay. Even though we know there was, but this one, it came out really well. Again, Dutch angle, boom, hit it. Nice. All right. So I just want to show you guys a few things that I was able to do with that Godox iT32. And man, I'm telling you, because it comes with that wireless trigger, you're able to work with it as an on-camera and off-camera flash. All right. This, let me see if I can get to this one. This one for sure. Hold on. Here we go. These were all on-camera flash. Bam, dead in her face. It was connected to the hot shoe, on-camera flash. This one was off. This was on, okay. This one was on, and this one was on, all right. But look how I was able to use an on-camera flash and not look like a dark club venue, you know, that kind of photography. Have you ever seen that kind of photography? It's clear as day that you use an on-camera flash. This case, nice and balanced, all right. And then we just had fun, like shooting through here. This was a little bit of a challenge because there's reflections, and I didn't want to get the reflection of the lights in the laundromat, but also I wanted to see through I wanted to see her face through this glass. But it came out well. Look at that. It took like 5 shots, but nailed it. And also getting a great balance, right? See her head here, and her hand here. We have this big circle, which obviously frames her face. Like I wanted to intentionally kind of like this, just to fill the frame in a nice, soft, balanced way. Okay.